start that recording and start that stream. Welcome to Horsin Around, a Dumbass Cast. I'm your host, as always, Nick Mercadante, and with me today I have three lovely guests, if you would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Will.
Great. Does anybody else want to introduce
You're
themselves?
muted. I mean,
Oh yeah, hardware mute.
there you go.
Well then I'm Jacob, so take that.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Great. No, you can't. I already introduced myself as Nick. You can't
Yeah,
fuck with
do I
me,
have
because
to
I go
be
first
myself?
every
Are you
time.
kidding me? That's
Nick,
boring.
the opening bit can never be allowed to work perfectly. That's part of the bit.
I see.
But
Understandable.
somebody has to screw it up. Otherwise, what's the point?
No, I think last week we were completely normal for once, as a little treat for me.
I was too tired to find anything to say that was incorrect about my opening, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, there were only 3 of us, so
It doesn't work unless there's 4 of us. But yeah, hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going? We're like, I'd say we're in summer proper now, right? Like, it's starting to fucking heat up everywhere.
It was 90 degrees here yesterday.
Yeah.
It was 90.
Same in Q's. It was like real fucking. I was like, oh man, I can just keep the windows all open all the time at the beginning of the week, and then by the end of the week, I was like, wait, no, now it's like overheating my house even more than it overheats itself by default. So time to close all the windows again. But yeah.
Yeah, here it's still in the 60s and the 70s because California.
What?
Yeah, that's the good shit.
Yeah, it was 48 last night. Our house, or our rental house, just to be clear, has excellent airflow, which will be great in like 2 months.
Yeah.
However, right now, it's just we could just cool down the entire house to like 48 at night, and then it struggles to get warm during the day.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we eventually were just like, what if we just closed the windows all the time? And so it's not
Keep them closed.
rigid.
Yeah. Does it ever get boring with how temperate the weather is out there? Like, do you ever get bored
I mean,
of it
it's
just being
it's
70?
just one less thing to be concerned about. Like, I can just wear jeans year round, or
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with being sweaty because it's humid all the time, because it's not humid in here. Like,
Yeah, that is definitely
it
I think the
actually
biggest
cools
dub.
off at night because it's a desert, so there's no moisture in the environment to retain heat, so it actually drops like 30 degrees at night.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Boring. I want to die. That's the only answer.
I want
you have
to
live in a place
have
that
a-
wants to kill you so that you're ready to survive.
I mean,
Australia.
housing sucks, so.
I guess that's true. They found other ways to kill people out in
There
West
and
Coast.
don't forget the earthquakes and the fires.
That's
so
true. That's
the
true.
sky does get orange every once in a while,
Yeah.
in the fall, which is frightening.
The difference is we have ambient weather effects that kill us. You have things that get sparked by people blowing gender reveal bombs and then setting off a forest fire that burns for months.
But how am I supposed to know if my baby has a penis or not, Nick? I have to know.
Not just you. The world has to know. You find out in the hospital when they
has to
do
know.
the ultrasound. You're just letting everybody else know by starting a forest fire. But hey,
Yeah,
my-
that was
my
what Smokey
question
the Bear
is-
said, right?
With the gender reveal parties, the couple doesn't always know. So how do they set up the gender reveal party without?
Wait, what do you mean they don't
knowing?
know? How do they set up a gender reveal party without knowing
Well, they are not told about the gender. They are at the doctor's office with a relative. The doctor tells the relative the gender, and then the relative
Oh.
sets up the party.
Okay. That's
See.
why. I mean, it's all extra already, but like that just like
That's just another extra step.
why?
I don't know, cultural fascination around gender that doesn't make any sense.
I guess. Yeah.
People need something to celebrate for whatever reason, even though there's like 1,000 other things you could celebrate other
You're
than
having a child. That is reason enough to celebrate. What is?
Well, that's what the
Ooh.
baby shower is for.
Okay,
then
then just-
have the gender reveal party.
I mean,
so you
the-
have 2 parties regarding the baby's birth,
Yes,
prior
the-
to the baby's birth.
the
Okay.
real answer is kind of what Tori's getting at, which is it's just flexing. It's I gotta have 3 parties. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna make up a new thing to celebrate about, so I have 4 parties. It's that
Good
shit.
lord. Wonderful, lovely.
And I mean, the flexing thing is what causes the fires, because it's like
yeah, it's
the
it's
first person
how
who did a gender reveal
ridiculous.
party was just like, surprise.
Here's some cake. Also, it's blue.
My baby has penis. But like then like everything in flex culture, they're like, yeah, well, I'll show you how cool I can show you that my baby has penis. I'm gonna shoot an AR-15 into the air, and when the bullets rain down, depending on the impact, it'll be blue or pink. The only 2 colors associated with gender.
No, it'll be blue or red. Blue if it misses, and like the the rounds.
Yeah,
explode.
well,
Oh,
if it
and
hits
red,
somebody.
yeah, and red if it hits somebody, and then it's a girl.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
a girl.
Your your baby girl already has a kill count before she's even born. Truly, truly wonderful. Miracle of life, heralded by the miracle of murder.
You're giving me awful ideas.
No,
Wonderful,
what?
miracle murder.
Hope not. Oy vey.
I mean, unfortunately, people have already died as a result of child reveal parties.
No,
there was
yeah.
that one couple that this was the most sketch shit, but it was literally like they were building a bonfire / small explosive device to explode, and in the smoke reveal the gender of the baby. And
That was a
hey,
great
did you
idea.
know when you just dump a bunch of gasoline onto something and then try and blow it up, it could kill somebody? And that's what happened.
Yeah,
You know?
because gasoline is volatile.
Whoa, dude. That's crazy. But we put that shit in our cars every day. Why would we put something so dangerous into our
Yeah,
cars,
it's almost
dude?
like combustion engines are just
What
they
the
just
fuck?
gotta work off magic. There's
What
no
the
way
fuck?
it causes us.
That's insane. Yeah, I would just take the cake and just reveal the gender that way, and then just go home if it's that important to you.
It just blows my mind that you can just buy low velocity explosives just in bulk quantities. Because
America, baby!
There's one like 2 weeks ago where a couple set off like 80 pounds of tannerite,
Yeah.
which is enough to be detected on like some earthquake detectors.
Oh my god! So fucking insane. Just don't do it. Just you don't need that much for babies to be revealed to have a penis or not. It's not
No.
that much. Oh my god. I think
The full effect should, like, Nick, you said the cake thing, but even and maybe this is just my evil communist minimalist brain that's like people shouldn't be able to do these excessive things, is just like the full extent of this should be you going to a doctor's office, them being like, your baby's got a penis or it doesn't have a penis, and
congratulations, or I'm sorry, your baby
I guess
has a
that was a
penis.
fact I learned today, and then you go home and I don't
Yeah.
know, fucking eat soup.
Look,
Like-
I can get down with the idea of just having excuses to throw parties, but then don't endanger people's lives with it. Just have a regular,
But that's what makes me
regular
upset.
party.
You don't need a reason to throw a party. I can literally stop this call right now, get up, go and buy a cake, come back, talk to my roommates and say, I'm throwing a party. And they'll say, why? And I'll say, you don't need a reason to throw a party. And congratulations, I've just established everything that you get out of a
Okay,
gender reveal
but
party.
see,
You get a cake
are
and
not,
you get some presents that you share with people.
You're not a married
Congratulations,
couple
you've done
that
it.
lives in their own house, right? You have
Yeah,
roommates
but
that...
if college
Well-
taught me anything, you don't need a reason to throw a party. You can just tell
Exactly.
people that there's gonna be food and or booze, and people will show up.
I think
Yeah.
we're missing one of the core components of why people throw multiple baby parties, though. It's not just for the party and the company.
Is it
it's
for the
the
free shit?
gift.
It's for the free
gift.
shit.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
consider for the free shit. Because you kind of do have to have a reason to throw a party to get free shit.
That's true. You can
can't
throw a
just throw a
party
party
that
and
just
say,
has
"Give me
food
gifts."
and yeah.
Actually,
Interesting
I bet
play.
you I could.
I mean that's true. I mean that's like
Tori, your
baby shower's a
OnlyFans
real
doesn't
thing,
count.
but like also like I mean this goes back to my fucking evil collectivist brain being like, if you need something to help with the baby, people should just be like, oh, that's understandable. A baby's a lot of money. Here, let me help you. And I understand that's not how fucking society works because we all, our brains are rotted and we have to come up with like societal like excuses to be like, hey, look, this baby's going to cost a lot of money, but there's no way I can just ask you in order to say, hey, can
You
you
gotta
like,
do a
get us some formula or
little
something?
play.
I'm
do a
going to
little
go out
theater.
into the woods and blow up a bomb with some blue or pink powder in it in order to provide the social excuse so that it's socially acceptable for you to give me what I need.
Give me,
How much
90
money are
pounds
they
of diapers or a stroller.
Yeah.
How much money are people spending on the gender reveal parties to get
But, like,
free
that-
shit that they
exactly.
could have used with the money that they bought all the explosives with?
Well, that's
Exactly.
just that goes back into the social game. Like, there's multiple levels. Like, part of it is like, yeah, I'm trying to get shit from people, but I'm also trying to show off and assert dominance over my fellow man, based on how fucking big of a bomb I can make for my baby's reveal. It's for every pound of explosives you use, you get 1 pound of baby diapers. That should be the equivalent exchange there. Oh
Get
god.
behind this. For every gift you give me, I will set off another explosive.
Is that gonna be like the government buyback program we have to institute? Like, hey, you guys have been hoarding all of this baby reveal explosive paraphernalia. If you sell that back to the government, we will pay you in baby diapers and formula.
That would be that would be so. Then it would just be a question of like, all right, are explosive? You know what? That's something that'd be interesting to look at. Are explosives cheaper than baby diapers? Because that might be why people are going for explosives to then bribe their.
I mean, that could be true.
I
Like
am
once
about
again,
to be put on a fucking watch list.
Yeah.
let's list industries that overcharge because they,
They're a necessity.
They at the very least they are seen as a necessity. Anything involving people dying and anything involving people being born, and those are the 2 big ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if it would be cheaper to go out and be like, oh, I need to go buy a stroller. Oh, it's literally cheaper for me to go and blow something up in the woods. All right, I'm gonna go fucking detonate something in the woods real quick.
Good lord.
Tannerite gender reveal boombox is everything you need for a gender reveal with Color Blazes colored powder and 1 pound of Tannerite brand. Finally wrapped in one
Yeah.
beautiful package.
Can you send this in the Horsin Around chat? I want to see this.
Yeah,
Oh
I'll
my
send this
God.
one person around
Why? Why do we live in a society that revolves around explosives?
in a society. How
Oh
much
my
is it? How much
God.
is it?
Probably.
Caustic Walnut Creek. Okay.
Click on button to buy online. Let's find out.
Hold on. There.
Wait, it didn't. It just took me back to the same page. Hello? Hold on. I'm trying to buy a gender reveal bomb. FBI, I'm not actually doing that. Can I actually buy it though?
I don't think so. It looks busted.
Buy online through buy online through a retailer near you or from our featured retailer below. So do I have to? Okay, I have to go to you had to click on the picture of the partner site, not the button that says buy here. Because of course, the gender reveal boombox is $99.99, which is probably cheaper than like a stroller or a fucking
We can just look that up right now. Let's go.
Oh
like,
my god,
Target.
strollers are like $150 cheap.
Yeah.
They $50.
Yeah.
What? There's a couple cheaper ones for like 50 at Kohl's.
Okay.
But like,
Oh, but yeah, but those are probably garbage.
they're probably absolute dog shit.
Your baby will have no
Yeah.
back support in a Kohl's stroller, okay?
Well,
You
no,
need to
it'll
go.
probably just be like, oh, it's shitty to fold and unfold, and takes like 10 minutes and 6 hands.
Yeah,
Or,
there's some
whatever.
real. So I'm on
Well,
Target
good
right
thing
now.
you
There's
have a
some
baby
real
now, so
shitty
you
ones.
have the extra pair of hands you need to close it.
It is
True.
cheaper to buy explosives than it is to buy baby goods.
Yep. So this is a
Now,
problem.
granted, there is some engineering and probably a lot of like um manufacturing and engineering and stuff that goes into a baby stroller because there's more than one component.
Sure.
This is true.
But like, here, I'm now very curious because I know diapers are usually like the super expensive thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very pretty pink handgun.
You'll
Man,
be
my fucking
styling
search
when you're
results are
glocking
gonna
these
get
fools
destroyed.
up.
Oh my god, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. What size are we looking for? Let's go for
What's
classic.
also fun is that Walnut Creek has an entire section in their banner for scent control. But I don't know
Oh,
if
they
people who
do.
frequent Walnut Creek actually use
Care?
that, or care enough to use that. I mean, I know it's for hunting and like, but like
Yeah.
still funny.
Okay. For a pair, or for a set of 136 Pampers diapers, which you go through like a diaper a day at least, multiple diapers.
At least.
Yeah.
One is a good day. It's probably more like 3. 2
So
or 3.
136 diapers gets you through 2 months ish, which is about $50 on Walmart. So not as expensive as I was thinking, I guess.
I mean,
but,
it's still kind of.
you gotta get through, yeah, like 2-3 years of diapers, you know, for early childhood, and so then that's gonna be like $200, which is then more expensive than the gender reveal boombox.
Mm-hmm.
But I can get a handgun on clearance.
Oh boy, for how much?
Great question. Why is that? It's not something I looked at. Great question. I just thought that was funny. Oh, it's gone. Okay, well.
Why do you keep redeeming?
Now, this next
hydrogen,
statement is
though?
going to be a joke, but I just want to
hold
say I think we're only finding more evidence that my decision not to have my current leaning of people just shouldn't have kids. I feel like it's only getting proven more and more. The actual answer is you should give people the resources in order to have children. But counterpoint,
Yeah.
just no more kids.
No more kids.
Also, there's still a bunch of
If I have a
orphanages that are
friend who
full
has
of
a
children.
child, I will be able to interact. Like, look, I got cousins who are like, I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe they may be 8. I don't know how old kids are anymore.
They're short.
They're like smaller than me. I don't know.
Yeah, but I want my baby to have my husband's pretty blue eyes.
You can literally just go online, find an orphanage with a child with blue eyes that look like your husband's. There you go. That's really
like trying. That's like trying to find like. That's a lot. Like.
It's not. They definitely make it like not that hard to adopt. Like
if you want to,
Well,
okay, now
I mean,
okay,
so
okay.
I mean, they do
I-
make it hard. to
adoption
adopt.
is actually a very complicated and expensive process due to all of the legal shit that goes on.
Okay, sorry.
And
Yes.
like the transfer of custody from parents to non-parental entities.
Yeah. But, like at the
like,
very
almost
least,
as expensive as having a child, so it should probably be made a more streamlined and easy process.
yeah. Well, like at least as far as like getting the process started, orphanages would like to not have their children be in the orphanage anymore. So, you know.
I actually don't know how many orphanages, like proper orphanages, there are.
I mean, they're
I was under the impression that the foster care system was much larger in the U.S.
okay.
Well,
I guess...
you forget that Nick is from 18th century.
Sorry,
London.
yeah, that's a common.
Yes.
Common detail.
Where we also get all of our labor. So
Yeah. Nick is really confused by all this because he's like, "Don't we just make them work in the factories? I don't understand what all this extra expense."
We pay them cents on the hour, but we pay them. It's all good. Good lord. I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess they aren't called orphanages. I don't know why I was calling them orphanages. That's just the word that is in my mind. Maybe I am from the 18th century. Anyways, if we want to, I want to shift topics a little ways away from.
I'm trying to change the topic, Nick.
Exploding baby
up.
reveal parties. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition just came out a couple weeks ago, and it seems like everybody's loving it. So I just wanted to pose a question out here. Do you guys have any thoughts on like best remasters out there that you've played or have heard of, or like what makes a good remaster? Because it just got me thinking when I was seeing the reviews come in, because it's like, it seems like you have to have a special, like a specific kind of mindset going into a remaster of like what you need to do and like how you're going to preserve what was good about the original game and at the same time improve what needs to be improved for bringing it up to like modern standards. And it seems like, at least in Mass Effect's terms, they did like a really good job with that. I think the heaviest load was lifted in the first game because that one was the oldest, and a lot of its like core gameplay systems were kind of outdated in the current year. So they did a lot of work to like fix it up and make it more palatable for people today. So I was just wondering if you guys have any examples on hand that you can think of like really good remasters that have come out in the past couple decades.
So I played the BioShock. BioShock 1 and 2 got remastered. Let's see. At some point recently, I played them over the winter during quarantine. And they were pretty good.
Yeah.
The first BioShock, when I tried to play the OG version, was it was a struggle for the engine to like. It was just so old, and it's just like, oh, we'll just chuck it into the the BioShock Infinite engine or whatever, and like actually, but other than that, its core gameplay is new enough, I'd say, that it's that there wasn't like a whole lot that they needed to change. Like it still stands up.
Yeah.
So that's it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I looked through my Steam library and I don't really see any other remasters in here.
Yeah.
Like actual like remasters.
But I mean, yeah, that's another example. And like going back to the Legendary Edition, like 2 and 3, I think were mostly visual upgrades, but you know, in the same way that BioShock didn't really need much tinkering with because its gameplay was modern enough that it's still pretty palatable to modern audiences.
Yeah,
So,
most of it was just like textures and an engine update, and they fixed. I think they fixed some of the menus because they were older.
Yeah, I remember. I think I played OG BioShock like way back when, and those were a little finicky to maneuver through. I think also a lot, I think a lot of older games back from like the 6th generation, that was the 360 and PS3, right? Is that
the 360 and PS?
Yeah, the 360 era. A lot of the big games back then were very much designed for consoles and like analog stick controls rather than keyboard and mouse. And so I think that's why you see a lot of menus and UI upgrades when you get to these remasters, because if they're coming to PC, they're trying to make like a more concerted effort to make it feel more natural on that control scheme. But like obviously back then it was basically just consoles all the way because not many people. I guess there still was a big PC market, but it feels like it's a lot bigger nowadays than it was back then.
Well, it was also that different games were targeted. It was a lot of like Doom or Unreal Tournament.
Right. Yeah. You guys have any thoughts on the matter, Tori or Jacob?
Game come out. I play game.
I really don't think about it too much. Yeah.
That's fair.
The problem is a lot of games I'll interact with, I'm just like, oh, the remaster came out? Cool, I like that game. I'm just going to play it again. I'm like, yep, that was the same game and I still liked it. We did it, boys.
Yeah.
Like,
well, there's like...
If the remaster gets really bad press, then I typically don't play it and then yeet that information from my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, oh, that had a remaster? Oh, I didn't hear about it because it was bad? All right, I understand. I don't know. Like a lot of games I think of in terms of remaster that I typically enjoy typically fall under less of the remaster category and more like the director's cut category,
right.
Which is like
so usually just a little bit of time afterwards and just...
Witcher 1, Persona 4 Golden, like that kind of stuff where I'm like, Okay, so they released the initial game, and then the devs went back to the people with money and said, "Okay, yeah, but like there was some extra stuff we wanted to put in there, and the game made a lot of money. Can we go back and put those things in there?" And they're like, sure," as they fucking are counting the stacks of cash they made. From the game.
Yeah,
And
definitely
then
like,
I'm like, "Oh yes, all right, give me the new content, thank you."
different scenarios that lead to those different outcomes. Where with
Yeah.
like the director's cuts and the Goldens, it's like, hey, the iron's still hot and we have this extra content, so let's put it in there. And it's still double dipping, but it's like kind of like getting an expansion of sorts onto the base game, and also possibly catching some people who didn't get it initially but were on the fence and now are like, oh, I can just get this upgraded version. Whereas a remaster is like, it's been a decade and we think that there's nostalgia for it, so we're going to put time and money into making everything look like everybody remembered it to be in their mind's eye back when it came out, and update it to modern standards, and then
There's
Really
there's
kind of
also
like
dip that
smooth
way.
off those really rough edges.
yeah. Get
Look,
some of those polygons
I can get through the
rounded.
rough edges. A lot of people were like, dude, the Mako controls terribly. And then I'd play like Mass Effect 1 for the 5th time, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine to me.
It's the best shit ever.
Also,
man.
there's like, it's like, there's the common thing of like the difference between remaster, remake, reimagining. And it's like, I don't know. I'm looking at my Steam library, and I'm like, I mean, XCOM Enemy Unknown is technically not XCOM UFO Defense, but they're also kind of the same game. Is that a remaster, even though it's kind of a sequel in the series, but it's a reimagining of the original one? Where does it fall in the category? That sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's like, I think I guess going from that mindset.
I mean, that
like,
one is more like an actual new game, but it's one of these things where it's like, what's the level of change before you guys made a new game and you didn't make a new game, but you did improve the game? Like RE2 Remake is a game where you can easily be like, okay, you added some things, but this is very clearly literally just Resident Evil 2 again, but you made the graphics and animations and all of that like completely new and original, and you didn't make the game control like whack. So that's like a remaster.
Right.
Well, is that a remaster or is that a remake?
I think that's
exactly,
I think that's a remaster. A remake is like,
I think because after I said remaster, I was like, wait, no, I think RE2 is a remake because they remade the game. A remaster would be a remastering of the game, so it'd be literally the same game, but it looks better now.
Yeah.
RE2, they remade the entire game from scratch, so that would fall under a remake.
Yeah.
And remaster would be something like Witcher 1 Director's Cut, where they literally remastered the graphics in the Director's Cut version of that game to make it look less weird.
But I don't know if I would consider those director's cuts remasters, because I feel like, to me, a remaster is like you're not really adding a significant amount of story or gameplay content. You're just kind of maintaining and upscaling what is already there.
But
then I don't know what I would call like those director cuts other than director's cuts or something like that.
Well, then there's also something. So I also have Ducktales Remastered in my Steam library, which is, Ducktales didn't come out for the PC, I don't think. And it was tiny. But so now it's like, oh, I can play it on a Martyr computer. It has like parallax in the backgrounds and like everything's shiny and 3D-ish. So that's like, okay, but they call it a remaster, but it's like really a remake.
Yeah.
Whereas there's just weird terminology like Skyrim Special Edition.
Yeah, that's
like, what if we just updated all this and just brought this engine forward another 6 years so that it's no longer 32-bit.
Yeah. I mean, that I think I would call the special
only
editions a
32-bit
remaster.
systems.
Yeah.
64 bits banned.
Fucking get out of here! You got more
too
than
many
32.
bits. Back in my day, we had 32 bits and we were happy with it.
I can't even count to 64.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're all. I guess it's all one way or another new content. It's just like some of it's just done in different ways. But
where were some bad game remakes?
fucking
even
There have been bad Resident Evil. Like I remember RE1 was a mess. I think some of the Revelations remasters were like kind of rough.
I know the
Majora's Mask 3D. You play Majora's Mask on your DS. Who cares? It's fine.
the
I actually don't think I've ever played a remake.
ever.
I don't think ever.
Well, okay, you've definitely played one because you've played Halo Reach on PC, and that is a
I've played Halo
remaster
Reach on
of
PC,
Halo
right.
Reach.
But I never played Halo Reach, so I
GoldenEye
couldn't
Reloaded.
compare.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh yeah, GoldenEye Reload can leave.
I think that might be the only one I've ever played.
Okay. Yeah, but like, on the Master Chief Collection is a very interesting beast because it literally just houses like some good remasters, and then it houses the Halo 1 Anniversary Edition, which was hot garbage on the art and like art side of
Yeah, I
things.
still have a couple copies of the Halo Combat Evolved floating around for that purpose. Because also they're like 3 gigs or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're nothing.
Absolutely tiny. It's great.
And I mean, like, I think they just maintain the gameplay, so that's not an issue. But like, you basically just never want to play in the updated graphics mode because
and that would be a remaster because
right. Yeah,
they didn't rebuild the engine.
Which one is it? Is it Reach or It's I don't think it's ODST, but that they let you switch between the graphics options.
Oh, that's Combat Evolved.
No.
No, or you think there's another game that does it?
There's another one that does it.
Two Anniversary.
Yeah, two Anniversary Edition. They let you swap between the shaders and the meshes of the OG version and the real version. And if you're just like, wow, lighting and shadowing has come a long way.
Yeah. In Halo 2, I think they did a much better job. And I think
Halo. Look, I was playing Halo 1, and people were like, "You gotta play on the old graphics." Or like, I shouldn't say people. I should say like there was like a general like weird online thing where they're like, "Ew, new Halo 1 graphics, gross. You gotta play on the original." And I'd literally tab back to the original, could not discern what the fuck was happening around me. Tab back into the new ones. I was like, oh shit, I can see things again.
Yeah,
all right,
but in the new one, they turned the contrast up to fucking 5 million.
Nick, I don't care. I can at least see what the fuck is happening.
That's why you have the flashlight, all right? That's why you have a flashlight in Halo 1.
Nick, I know I have the flashlight, but it's kind of rough when in the newer version of the game, they're like, hey, look, we understand it's impossible to figure out where to go in this section. We are literally drawing arrows on the ground to make sure that you can actually get through this here in a timely fashion.
They have arrows in the original.
They don't have arrows in the original name.
I will I will find you images.
That earlier today.
Oh my god! All right. Well, in any case, sorry.
What's hilarious is I googled worst video game remakes, and most of the remakes that people were like, "Oh, these are terrible," I have never heard of. They're just like.
It's probably because the ones that people get, they're like just super fans for super niche games that then when they get remade, they complain about everything because it's not exactly the same.
Oh yeah, there is I forgot they remade SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
That one seemed like it got received pretty well from what I remember.
Yeah. I don't know, Battle for Bikini Bottom, classic game. I feel like.
Yeah. But if I want to play that, I'll just spin up Dolphin.
Not everyone owns. Not everyone knows how emulation works, Will.
Yeah, and not everybody has completely legal ROMs of the games that they want to play, like you do.
And by emulation, I mean in Minecraft, because I would never download a car.
No, you can emulate games. You just have to have a legal ROM. And everybody has those.
Well,
some people have those.
No, you have to have a legal copy of the game.
Right, and then you can burn that into a ROM, and then that's good.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Look, the file just ended up on my computer. I don't know. I don't know how computers work. It was just here.
Stop all the downloading. That's all I know. That's all I know on the topic. But yeah, I like the Halo 2 stuff especially because they also did they rescored the soundtrack, but without fucking over Marty's and fantastic scoring. but it's just really funny because I think specifically they had to do that for the part where they used Breaking Benjamin's music for that one level, and so you just like they did a good job. Like the sound in the anniversary edition sounds great, but it's just like, all right, for this mission in particular, I'm gonna switch back to the old graphics so I can listen to Breaking Benjamin while I'm fighting the Covenant. It's just, man, culture was.
Man, the music industry is whack. I'm so upset.
It was crazy that was a thing back in 2005 or whatever. It's just like, yeah, we just collabed with Breaking Benjamin for our fucking Halo soundtrack. What are you gonna do about it? We need more of that. We need more weird artist collaboration on video games.
I mean, that's what I was getting at. Is like, unfortunately,
Duty Black
unless
Ops
we
3
literally
featuring The
abolish the
Weeknd.
current, unless the music industry is abolished in the way we know it, that's like all these early 2000s games where they finally started getting like licensed quote unquote music. That is just cascaded into a shitstorm that even comes to today, where like games literally have to put in options to be like, get this licensed shit out of here.
It's like
the music label companies are coming to my house to hunt me down.
Well,
it's just
I mean,
insane.
or games you just have like they just take like real music and stick it in like SSX3.
Yes, yeah, like all of the old EA shit, like fucking. I mean, yeah, like EA had a massive like partnership deals with like a bunch of huge record labels to put shit into like Burnout and SSX and Tony Hawk. Like it was all there, and Skate. Like they all had fucking banger soundtracks, and now I hope they could bring it back, because I guess Skate 4 is still happening. TM maybe. So they better have a good soundtrack in that. Is all I'm saying. But yeah, like God. I can literally go back to SSX3 and pinpoint, like, yeah, this is how my taste in music was defined, listening to Autopilot Off and the Chemical Brothers.
I'm really sad that Autopilot Off only made one album.
That's all I needed. This one is a one-hit wonder. One album wonder, alright? But damn, it was a good one. Yeah, no, I really wish we could. I mean, I guess, like... The only time that labels are now willing to give their music to games is when you're literally Call of Duty. Like, that's the only reason I think that they have the fun 80s tracks in there. And still, those are really fucking
That's literally
old.
because it's Activision, and Activision actually has the size to compete with the music industry.
Yeah. But, and, like, even then, they're old songs. Like, they're not gonna get, like, fucking Blinding Lights in Call of Duty.
I think part of it is also that there's been, like, a much more heavy focus on the atmospherics in games. So if you take a look at like Fallen Order, like it'd be really weird to have, I don't know, like pop music just blaring in there.
Yeah, that's very much like you need the John Williams sounding like.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this while we were talking, which is just like it's almost like a maturity thing as well, where a lot of games do is also just feel like, no, guys, we're big boys now. We have orchestral soundtracks and all of these other things. And I'm like, dog, you're making like a skiing game? I just fucking put, I don't know, Smash Mouth in there. Like,
yeah,
that would make it better.
Yeah, and that fits the tone. So that's like great. But I wish more games would have that tone, I guess. Yeah, because it's kind of like a lot of shit these days doesn't seem to have it.
There hasn't really been I think, what was it called, like Slope or something?
Steve, the Ubisoft?
Steve, yeah, Ubisoft. But I only played the beta of that.
Yeah, I think I got a free copy of it at some point, but I haven't played it, so I don't know if they even...
I'm going to throw a theory out. I'm going to throw a theory out, and I think the games we're thinking about died, and the last heave was at least are dormant, and the last heave was the under success of Sunset Overdrive, because Sunset Overdrive is one of the last few games I remember being like, this makes sense for them to have like that. Once again, I haven't played Sunset Overdrive, so I don't know if they go crazy with the soundtrack or not, but like Sunset Overdrive was one of the last games I remember being like, this feels like like that 2000s, like
fast-paced,
shit
action, fun,
like-
movement-based.
you're
It's
like,
loud
what's the idea here? And they're just like, I don't know. There's like a post-apocalyptic, you get a fucking like disco gun or some shit like that, and you're like, yeah, but like, what's it about? And they're like, I don't know. You just fucking jump around the city. You gotta there's like a bad guy there. Just fucking go get him. And I'm like, all right,
It's a new Jet Set Radio. Shut up and play it.
Yeah. I mean, on the flip side, though, Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered did pretty well, right? Like, so maybe there's some hope left for it.
But
I don't know.
is that because of the Pro Skater name or because of an actual demand for a game in the market? I think it's both, and I hope it's both because
so.
I would like the second half to be true, where more people go like, "Hey, can we get like some weird like arcadey shit back?" And I'm like, look, I appreciate so much like the seriousness of games, of like using games as an art form in order to tell a very compelling story about the human condition, but also to some extent, some games I just want them to be like campy as fuck.
Yeah.
I want to be going down the slopes and have the disc jockey come in my ear and be like, "This is Radio Big," and I'm like, "Yeah,
DJ Atomica!" Oh, my king. I fucking lost my shit when I remembered that they brought him over for Paradise City. Like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah, they have like a fucking in-universe continuity between SSX and Burnout. But, of course, we're never gonna get a fucking Burnout game again because they don't like seeing... Car companies don't like seeing their cars get destroyed, and so you get way less money
Or
when you don't
Tangentially breaking the law by
Right,
driving
yeah.
at speeds and...
Like, okay, well...
Meanwhile, Forza Horizon gets away with it because they're like, it's like,
It's on the track!
It's you go on the track sometimes. And meanwhile, the Forza Horizon devs were like, all right, so I'm gonna put in this thing where you literally crash through someone's house in the English countryside, and you're like, oh, okay.
Holy shit! Is that real?
I don't know. There's
that?
literally one of the first boss fights, and I'm not joking. This is boss fights in Forza Horizon 4. Is you race a giant like hovercraft down a giant fucking hill as the hovercraft is too big and destroys shit in its path.
Okay,
And
that
you're
sounds kind of fun.
Look, Forza Horizon 4, I do genuinely enjoy that game a lot. Like, I've kind of like weaned off of it, but there's a good long while where I just feel like come home from... This was pre-pandemic, so I'd literally like come home from work and I'm like, time to play Forza, and I just hop on and drive, and then I'd sometimes be like, time for me to play the Forza Horizon 4 Battle Royale, and I'd be like, this is pretty fun.
Yeah. Is that the one where you could ride around in the Halo Warthog? Or was that a different Forza? I know one of them.
I think that's a different Forza, but I would not be surprised if... Forza Horizon 4 had one of the most fucking bizarre crossovers, where one of its first major DLCs was a crossover with Lego.
Oh,
and so...
Oh, I remember that!
Some of the... Like, it was literally like, I guess this is the closest we'll get to a Lego Racer, so alright.
Oh, that's what I want to see. I want to see a new Lego Racers, because the GBA one was... I miss it.
I mean, Lego Racer 2 was literally like me be in 5th grade, come home, have nothing to do,
legally acquire Lego Racers 2.
Just go into eBay to pick up a copy real fast.
No, I think I literally
memory.
have it in the garage. It's just... let me go purchase a ROM downloader
Of
to get it
course.
off the GBA cartridge.
Yeah. No, you know what? In general, we just need to bring back fucking Lego web browser games. Like, do you guys remember the fucking one that was on their website where you were in some kind of toy car and you were just racing around in a closed down...
That was the other game I spent like
Lego
basically
store?
the 3rd and 4th grade playing after class.
Yeah.
What I played a ton of was the Lego basically Roller Coaster Tycoon, the park management game.
Ooh.
Dude,
Oh,
holy shit, I haven't thought about that game in a hot fucking minute.
It doesn't
Hell
hold up.
yeah.
It doesn't hold up.
No, trust me, even as a kid who owned Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, I was like, I'm just playing this for the Lego, but as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. There's... Oh, God, now I'm just thinking about web browser games that I played way too fucking often. There was
I
one...
played the Duck Dodgers browser game so fucking much, dude. I would go on CartoonNetwork.com and I'm like, time to play some fucking Duck Dodgers, dude.
Dude, for some fucking reason, I found the weirdest games to get way too attached to back in my childhood. There was a Ed, Edd and Eddy Cartoon Network browser game that was, it was like you were trying to build a weird-ass contraption, like, that would route a gumball from point A to point B with, like, in a grid system, and then you were just trying to use as many weird elements as possible to get, like, a fuck ton of points or something. And I don't know, it was so simplistic, but I just couldn't get enough of it, and I just played it so fucking often.
Wait, they made a Lego Racers 3 for PC?
Did they?
Oh,
They did.
When?
It released
know
in
about one.
it released in 2016.
Oh.
What the fuck?
What? Why? What?
Why didn't I know about this? Hold on, was it bad?
Let's see. Nintendo.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know because no one fucking wrote about it. It's
Yeah,
got
I
a
don't. I just
68%
googled it too, and there's nothing in here.
It's got a 68% on Metacritic, but it was from 5 reviewers, and it has 32 user reviews at an 8.2. I literally cannot find any information on anything outside of that.
Well,
Jesus
this
fucking
is this gonna be what? Where can I buy this?
This game doesn't exist. It's actually not real. It was a collective. It was a
No,
collective imagination.
No, it released on PC, PS4, Xbox One, the Nintendo Future X,
What? What?
Nintendo 3DS, and the Leaf Box 2.
I don't think that console you listed there was real. I don't think that was a real thing. I think you
No,
just made that up.
It's on fantendo.fandom.com.
I am looking at the Fantendo thing, but I genuinely cannot, like, this does literally feel like something that only exists on Fantendo.
Okay,
and I'm-
now- alright.
This feels like a Mandela effect sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you're about to even be more confused. I have on the screen right now a brickmedia.org page that talks about Lego Racers 4, which then says Lego Racers 4 was a canceled video game developed by ATD around 2002 to 2003. So, was there a Lego Racers 3 that came out in fucking 2000? Or, like... what the fuck is going on?
I have now found a change.org post from 5 years ago with 9 supporters
Hell yeah.
saying Lego Racers 3 should be released.
So the game never came out.
I can only assume that this has to be like this Fantendo thing has to be fake.
Oh, okay, hold on. Game was a sequel, so Lego Racers 4 was a sequel to their previous Lego game, Drome Racers, which was initially known as Lego Racers 3. So I guess Drome
So it's called-
Racers...
what is it? Drome?
Yeah, I could drop it in the Horsin Around chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, because Drome Racers I think was an actual like product line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh well, I'm just gonna play more Lego Racers too.
All right. Fair enough. There was
Found
a...
Lego Racers 2 online.
I
don't know if
probably-
this is-
Oh, yeah.
Not
Somebody's definitely
hold up.
uploaded it online, and Lego does not give a shit, so...
I mean, it's a GBA game, so it's like
It's from 2001.
Oh, did they not even have, like, a PC or
No, there was a
console?
PC Lego Racers too.
oh, there was. Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I played it.
Oh no, hold on.
No! Alright, he's going to find his copy.
All right,
which is
I'm
actually
finding
funny,
my old discs.
because right next to me, have a copy of another... Actually, I have a... Here, why don't I just pull out some of my, like, actual old classic games here? Because I've just got a bunch of them. I don't have a disc drive anymore on this PC. I have one on my old PC, so that's the only way I
you
can
still
play
have
them.
these handy.
But I've got, let's see here. This is the game that you guys got me thinking about here. It was Legos, or not even Legos, Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver 2 Getting Dirty, which was probably one of the
sounds.
it's probably one of the first PC games I ever owned.
Welcome to Show and Tell. On,
But
I got my original copy of Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Hell
oh,
yeah.
hot. This thing was literally just like a game that just showed you animation in the background. Or no, what it was, if you look it up on Google, you can see, I think it's the same way in the first Stunt Driver, but basically they made these games for these Hot Wheels branded what's it called? Pre-built PCs, but they were really shitty, so they couldn't actually run games that well, so then they just made these games that would just play videos, and then your car would, like, follow the track in the video, and then you could turn left or right to hopefully not crash into the few obstacles they had, and then that was the entire game. But I just played the fuck out of that. So this was a lot of my childhood, and then Will, have you retrieved your copy, or could you not find it? Also, I think you're muted. Because if you're talking... Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the beauty of hardware mute is that you always forget that it's on.
There you go.
I have many boxes of shit, and we just moved to a new rental. So I have to figure out which
Legoland.
Legoland.
I did find out that I did find that I have 2 copies of Pokemon Emerald though.
Oh.
Nice. Dude, check this shit out though. You got Legoland, I got Lego creator Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Which was
we
just
can do this all day. Here's my Lego Racers 2.
Ah, there it is.
Oh.
Edition.
TC. This is just the old people being
aha.
old and
All
reminiscing.
the
part of
garbage
it.
I have
Lego
in my
Soccer
room
Mania.
and no old.
He's got it, dude.
games.
Wait, hold on, let me pull,
Oh my
let me
God.
pull out my copy.
Where are all
my
your old games at,
God.
Tori? Where you got
They're
them?
at home.
Oh
They're
my.
At home. They're in New Jersey.
Foolish.
I don't take them to
dude.
college.
Truly foolish.
Lego Soccer Mania on our run.
I'm gonna go home and
decent
raid
soccer
my
game.
mom's closet and be like, I need these.
No, you guys want to see a Scholastic Book Fair classic? We got Diner Dash, the
Oh,
my
original.
God.
Tasty.
Hold on, SpongeBob. I'm trying to remember if I played that or not. Diner Dash. Let's see. No,
Oh man, I
definitely
got
didn't
some
play
good
this.
relics here.
Oh my
I
God.
got a.
Share.
I've
Oh
got a-
well, I mean, I got this IDE cable because you never know when you're gonna need them.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I got this old ass walkie-talkie from my grandpa that takes a 9-volt battery in the back.
Holy shit.
Or no, it takes like 4 AA's.
Oh my
Bring
God.
back the 9-volt. That's what I'm saying. I got my copy of Supreme Commander and RTS that like 5 people played, but I loved.
Let's see, where did my other artifacts go?
I've got
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a tech tree from Civ 2.
Oh my
Hell
God,
yeah.
yes! Back when they fucking physically printed out that shit for you to
I have
and read.
a notebook from Myst.
Holy shit, did that come with
that's
like
a
that just
good
comes
one.
with the game?
Yeah,
Oh
I have
my
an Age
God.
of Empires 2 unit and like reference card and like tech tree.
Yo, fuck
Oh
digital
my
games.
God.
Bring this shit back. For real.
Honestly.
The closest thing I have to that, I think, is that when I got the Legendary Edition of Halo Reach...
Age of Empires 2 manual.
Oh my God.
Back when manuals were actually like useful.
when
See,
I got
just
hit...
remembered
Oh, what'd you...
my copy of A Guide to the Empire,
Oh,
the
yeah!
Skyrim book.
Yeah, holy shit. The Legendary Edition of Halo Reach came with, like, a notebook from Dr. Halsey or whatever that was, like, a little piece of lore that you could read through. And that was pretty fucking dope. But, yeah, with digital games, it's just, like, you don't get that little shit anymore.
And from non-gaming tech, I have a battery bank from when I worked at Datto that has the name of the plaza that it's in. And I have a
Incredible.
fidget spinner from a defense contractor.
Oh,
Nice.
been sent back. But yeah, so I pulled out my old PC games and I showed the Harry Potter Lego thing and the Hot Wheels one. But then my other 3 classic PC games that I love to death are literally all Jurassic Park. I don't know if you guys can tell. I love Jurassic Park as a
Dude,
kid.
he's got a copy of Trespasser, dude.
Oh my God, yeah, this shit. I think this shit's actually like hard to find these days. Let me see Trespasser eBay. Trespasser. Yeah, wow! A copy of this on PC, I think, is worth... Or is this... Yeah, PC game CD-ROM going for $300 on eBay.
Classic.
God damn. But I think it has some extra stuff with it. But yeah, this game, like, the story behind this Jurassic Park game is fucking wild. They basically just had to kill it halfway through because they just ran out of money. But it was, like, so ambitious, and I really wish that any company would look at a game like this and be like, yeah, what if we did, like, a survival game just in Jurassic Park, or just anything like that. Like, I know Turok exists and stuff like that, but it's not the same, because it's, like, way more action-oriented. This was, like, you would do scrounge for supplies, and then hope that you would, like, you didn't want to encounter dinosaurs. They were definitely a very real threat. And then, yeah, Danger Zone was, like, basically a computer board game where you just go around the board and you try to resurrect a dinosaur or something. And then Operation Genesis. This game actually doesn't work. I got this from a friend of mine, and the thing is so goddamn scratched that it just doesn't run. But it was basically the predecessor to the park building Jurassic World Evolution, which you know about, Jacob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, very good game.
I don't think I ever beat it, though.
I'm glad they made Jurassic World Evolution, although it's not exactly the same. I liked it, but I haven't played it much since I beat like the main components of it. But yeah, I gotta play. Now I just want to play these again. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh man, I miss Wegmans.
What made you say that?
Your cup, dude.
Oh yeah, I just got this a while back for workout. It's got the little ball in it. Wegmans is good. I got the store near me is very fun because it has over the like milk and eggs and the beer aisle. They have like a little oval train track with a little choo-choo train running around it. Ooh, it's fun.
I love the way
You're near yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Liverpool, Syracuse area. Yeah. So, anyways, we've basically killed an hour talking about all that shit. Do you guys have anything else off the top of your head you want to talk about? We do have like a little bit more time because we started late, but
I'm just glad that remastering games is a longer process than remaking movies, so we don't keep getting like 6 like Halo CE remakes like we have 6 Spider-Man movies in a decade.
Yeah.
Just do new shit.
Will, if you got the rights, you gotta use them. Use them or lose them.
Sony is definitely gonna not lose them anytime soon.
Use them or lose them.
They've literally, like... That's the one thing Sony has in movies right now, right? Is basically just Spider-Man and Spider-Man Association.
They have their animation department.
Yeah, which they used to make a Spider-Man movie, which is one of the best things they've made in years.
They fund... They do production stuff too.
Yeah, you also have to. Yeah, it's also Sony. They sell equipment as well on top of the production thing that you were saying.
Oh,
Sony literally sells.
Oh
cameras.
no, I know Sony is fine like overall because they've got their hands in so much shit. But like specifically as their movies are concerned, the one thing they really have for making their own movies is Spider-Man. I can't even think of like the last Sony made.
No, they released that movie, Mitchell and the Machines. Do they have something to do?
I need to watch that actually.
Into the what?
Mitchell and the Machines.
Oh,
yeah.
The Machines, yeah.
How could you say this? Sony is in charge of the very famous Peter Rabbit series.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
I forgot.
Starring James Corden.
Yeah, there's another James Corden movie that I wait, no, I'm thinking of James Marsden. Sorry, different James that is associated with CGI animals.
You know, so I'm looking at Lego Racers 2, the PC version from myabandonware.com.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the GBA version has better graphics.
I would not be surprised.
Are you shitting me?
No.
The PC versions of Lego Racer were very poorly optimized.
Oh Lord, yeah. Here, I'll throw it up on the screen real quick. This was not looking too hot. Probably would have been great for the fucking Kidney though. Kidney would have loved this shit.
It's great for the GBA where you have this tiny ass display.
Right. Yeah.
So the one thing I really loved about Lego Racers 2, though, and I can't remember if they also had this in Lego Racers 1, but your entire car is completely destructible. As a kid, that was probably one of the first
Oh
fully
yeah, because they're
destructible
Lego.
games.
So yeah.
Yeah. So when you run into someone, it destroys part of your car or their car, depending on your car's stats.
Mm-hmm.
The Game Boy version did not have that.
Oh, really?
You could upgrade stuff, but it wasn't destructible.
No, yeah, like
but it looks
everything...
like you had like a health meter here. Like it's got the
Yeah, because your car can be completely destroyed.
the little Lego brick that I guess is just a general health indicator before.
Oh, you mean for the GBA?
Yeah, for the
I
GBA.
had
I'm
a
just
lot of
looking
fun with that.
at a picture right now. It's like underneath the third place sign. There's something that looks like a health bar. Thank you for the posters check. But yeah, this shit was dope. I had a something I don't have anymore is I had a Bionicle game that went through like the story of the first generation of Bionicles or whatever. That might have been one of the first games I ever actually beat, because like, you know, when you first start playing games, you're really dumb and you don't know how to overcome a lot of the challenges. But then I eventually got back around to it and beat it. It's basically, yeah, a bunch of this type of shit, and then, do you guys have Webkins back in the day?
My brother had Webkins.
So many Webkins.
Good time. Good time.
I was more of a Neopets kind of guy.
Yeah, fair enough. To each their
I
own.
had the tiny little, totally not a Tamagotchi Webkins thing. Or Neopets thing.
Yeah.
You guys ever play the Funkies? Like they're basically the original Skylanders. You had to buy like a base platform, and then you got to buy these little figurines that you would then put on the base platform, and it was connected with USB to your
Dude, when I was
computer,
a
and
kid,
that
we
was
called
your
those
player.
action heroes.
I remember the existence of the Funkies. I just looked it up, and I do remember seeing the ads for these everywhere, but I did not own a Funky myself.
I loved Funkies.
There was
They look like the Reddit Snoo.
Yeah, they literally look like Reddit.
Yeah, you're right. Jesus.
Reddit stole design from Funkies?
Drama. Breaking news! Reddit gets sued by Funkies? God, they have to be out of business, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's no way these guys are still alive. What was... hold on. This will be the last thing, because we're pretty much at an ending time. But this reminds me of... there was... what are they called? Cube World? What's it called?
Cube World?
No, not Cube World.
Man.
This is just another voxel Minecraft thing. There was a toy that was like a Tamagotchi-esque thing, but it was a cube, and it had these stick figures in them. And then if you put the cubes together, they could run between the cubes and do stuff. It was like little basic LED screens with stick figures in them, but they run into each other's cubes and do different stuff. And I wanted one of them so bad because I just, you know, whenever you see something in an ad that is well done on TV as a kid, you're like, that's the thing I want now and forever for 5 days, and then you want something else. But I really wanted those cubes things for a while. I don't remember what they were called though. But
I can't remember what they were called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. Anyways, all right. It's been another great episode, guys. Thanks for rolling through, and to those watching, thanks for watching. I'll be back on a little later for some more, probably the finale of our Pokemon Soul Lock, because we've spent the week grinding our Pokemon to be ready for the Elite Four, so hopefully we don't get wiped at this point. But one way or another, it's coming to a close, so you should check that out around 6. But thanks for watching, guys.
More like Elite Snore.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there, and peace out.